All right, finally got an update video for you guys. Sorry about the 3-month wait. A ton of you guys have been asking for it. I posted a video about 3 months ago or so on this LCP Max. It was a 1.5 year update. It's been pocket carried ever since I bought it. At that time, it was about 1.5 years. And in that video, I just basically was pulling it out to shoot it to say, you know, my opinions after owning and pocket carrying it for 1.5 years. And I had never had any issues until I pulled it out in that video. And then I had a few jams, and then the slide wasn't wanting to lock back. I'll put a link in the description of that video if you want to go check that out and see exactly what was happening. But I contacted Ruger, and so far they have sent me a new mag, which now the new mag does allow the slide to lock back. So we're going to see if the mag was the only issue, which would kind of suck if the mag wore out in only 1.5 years. Because guys, I mean, some people argue with me on this, but I have had mags loaded for not only pistols but rifles as well, including 30 rounds. And they've been loaded for like 3 or 4 years. Pop them in and fire off every single round, no issue whatsoever. So it should not be an issue to leave a magazine loaded fully for an extended period of time. Plus, I would take this thing out, like I said in that video. I would pull this thing out every few months and go shoot it to make sure it's still good to go. And on that day, it wasn't. So got a new mag here today. We'll see if that solves the issue. In that video, I did mention that I had been shooting plus P ammunition through this, which it is not rated for, which I was aware of. But I guess that could be causing a problem via some of the comments and some research, and then thinking about the physics of it and whatnot. What could be occurring? Because I should upgrade the spring on this if I'm going to run a lot of hot loads like that. I mean, even though it's not rated for it anyways, but a tighter spring will help a lot. But it is possible that the slide could be outrunning the magazine, like basically because it was only meant to handle standard pressure loads. And I know there's some guys going to be out there like, there's no such thing as plus P for 380, but you all understand what I'm saying, because they do make hotter rounds for 380 and they designate them as plus P, even though there's not a SAMI certification for that. But anyways, if the rounds are hotter in this than what it's supposed to be, it's supposed to be shooting standard pressure, that slide can come back faster because the spring is too weak, and then when it hits the end of its travel, it could be accelerating the going forward part of the cycle there, and so it could outrun, especially an older magazine, it could outrun that bullet coming up. The slide could outrun the mag by shooting that plus P stuff, like I said, especially with an older mag that's been loaded the entire time. So that could have been my issue, but I believe, yeah, I ran some, what was it? I thought I put standard pressure through it in that video too after that, and was still having, like, I had like one more issue or something like that. But anyways, we got a new mag in it. Ruger sent it free of charge. They did say they had some issues with the early mags, so maybe that's the only problem, but I should probably only expect it to run standard pressure reliably, since they say do not use plus P. So I pulled it straight out of my pocket. This is exactly how I carry it. It is loaded. There's one in the chamber. This is kind of hard to do one-handed. And then the magazine is full as well, so 10+1 capacity there because it's a standard flush fit. And this does have the plus P, if I can, I think it's because I'm on the wood there, yeah. Plus P Underwood Extreme Defenders there, 68 grain. So that's what I was carrying in it. I got 100 rounds here of Winchester. This review is going to cost me, well, over 50 bucks. These were 50 bucks, but these things are like $2 a shot. So I'm going to go ahead and shoot the mag that was in it, that was carrying, since they sent me the new mag, which, by the way, I got the new mag over a month ago, so it's been loaded up for over a month. I just haven't had the money. I mean, finances are tight for me to go get ammo for this, but I finally was able to do so, so we're going to test her out today. So I'm going to go ahead and put this plus P through it that I had loaded in it for over the past month in this new mag that they sent me. Hopefully that goes good, but I'm also going to put these 100 rounds of Winchester through it, which, by the way, these will be a good test for cycling reliability and whatnot, because these are, if I can get them out without spilling them everywhere, these are the flat nose. Okay, so most people know round nose feeds better than the flat nose, and a lot of little micro 380s, they'll cough up on these flat nose bullets, so that'll be a good test there too. So I'll quit rambling on here. We'll get started, shoot the mag through it. It's the new mag. It's been loaded up for over a month. Hopefully it'll run okay. Probably not going to carry plus P anymore, or hot loads, or whatever you want to call it, until I upgrade that spring, which that I'll probably do an update video on that, certainly if we have issues out here today. But I'm going to go ahead and put that mag through it, and we'll put these 100 rounds through it and see how it goes. Oh, it didn't hold back. I just noticed that because I pulled it back. But no jams, so that's good. Man, that thing was hard to hold on with those plus P rounds. Alright, so we will just keep loading up here until I go through all 100 of these Winchester and see how it goes. And I'm going to also do, I'll do 10 plus 1 for every mag, just like I'm holding it. So we'll get 10 in here, chamber 1, replace the one that's missing. That way it's just like a carry scenario. I mean, that's what I want it to be reliable for anyways, because it's my backup pocket pistol to my 9mm. So all right, so 10 plus 1. Those were much easier to shoot. So far so good. I don't want to knock on wood, but seems like it's running just fine. I think if it was going to cough up on us, it would have done so by now. So I think it was just the mag. Oh, I caused that. I'm gonna move a little further back, see if I can still hit that thing. I don't think we're gonna have any issues. I might just stop at 50 rounds. Save my ammo. That guy's a little hard to hit back here. That's, what was it, 20 yards to that? And that's a half scale silhouette. I think I still need to like work on the zero on this too. I've never actually like shot more than 7-10 yards with it. The sights are adjustable, but probably needs a little fine tuning to the sights. I'm not even sure where we're impacting down there. Yeah, as far as I can tell, so far the issue is just the mag, so. All right, there we go. I was shooting low apparently. So that's why I was missing a bunch. So that's not too bad. I only missed once from 20 yards. Somewhat rapid fire. Now I know where to hold. But you know, this thing's not meant for shooting 20 yards. It's up close and personal pistol. But anyways, the whole point of the video today is just check reliability now that we got the new mag from Ruger. And then like I said, they did tell me that they had an issue with the early mags, and they looked up my serial number and said that mine was one of the early ones that had that issue. So based on that intel, I would say that it wasn't an issue of like the mag wore out in a year and a half, but according to them it was an issue with the mag in general. So it was like, I don't know, there was a small defect to them or something like that. So only time will tell. I'll keep updating this throughout the years. I don't really plan on letting this thing go anywhere, so another year and a half, 2 years, we'll still have the same mag. It'll still be loaded full in my pocket all the time. I'll still take it out every few months, shoot it, make sure it runs good and whatnot. But it seems like the issue was the mag. Not had a single issue here today. And then, like I said they had an issue with the early mags. It wasn't that the mag wore out per se, it was just they had to tweak something on them. So yeah, I got one in there. All right. If I recall correctly in the review video, which by the way, I'll post the original review video for you guys to check out too if you want to see that. You know, at 7 to 10 yards on the pistol bay, if I recall correctly, it did shoot like a couple inches low. So out there at 20 yards, I'm learning that it's exacerbated now, because I'm pretty much aiming at the head of that thing to be able to consistently hit it. So I don't necessarily like that, but again, you know, this is a close range little pocket pistol. So that's not really what it's meant for, but at least now I know 20 yards is about as far as I probably want to go, and I got to aim high for those shots. You can adjust the windage on this, but not the height. I would have to like swap out the sights or something, get a combo that works to get it to hit point of impact at 20 yards out there, because there's no way to adjust the elevation unless you change the sights out. But you can adjust the windage on this with the factory sights. You know, I don't want to keep, I already proved I can hit it at 20 yards. I don't want to keep shooting from up here. We'll go down there and hit some more targets, switch it up a little bit. And I will shoot all 100 of these because I need practice with this thing anyways. I don't shoot it a whole lot, so go down there and shoot up the rest of these. Let's try a little rapid on this though at 10 yards. Also, I've had a lot of comments that people can't hit crap with this. That's 10 yards on targets about this big around, so you just got to control it right. And of course, if you're hitting low, that's not going to help. Time to reload again already. Thing's getting hot. I don't want to tuck it under my arm anymore. It's starting to burn me. All right, just for giggles, out there center of your screen, 16-inch steel gong. Don't really expect to hit it much. I'm just gonna send them out there and see what I can do. Just for fun. Obviously, this thing's not meant to shoot 50 yards, which if I didn't say it already, that's at 50 yards. There's a hit. Well, we got 2 hits. Obviously, she's not a precision shooter or anything like that. Usually I can hit that no problem. Like, that's actually pretty easy for me with most of my, you know, mid-size, full-size pistols. I actually have several videos on the channel shooting pistols 100 yards accurately at that same target. So yeah, this thing's not really made for that. The sights are too big and not precise enough. And, you know, little pocket pistol is just meant for close range anyways. But I thought it'd be fun to try anyways. Of course, it doesn't help that the thing was shooting 3 feet low from there. I was aiming at the very top edge of the gong, and you could see most of those shots were under it. But yeah, I feel pretty confident in saying that confirms for me at least that the issue was the magazine. So I still, like I said at the beginning, I still ran those plus P's through it that I had in there. I'm actually going to switch that out, at least not run the plus P. It did not lock back on those. That was weird. I don't know, just a fluke or something. That first mag there, it didn't lock back on the last shot, and those things had way more recoil. So I'm not sure why it didn't lock back, but the entire rest of these rounds, 100 rounds here, locked back every single time. But the locking back isn't what I was concerned with anyways. In that previous video, the 1.5 year update review of this, it was actually like jamming up and wouldn't load the round and whatnot, and that crap will get you killed. Not holding open on the last round, that's not going to get you killed. So not sure why that happened, but like I said, it was on that first mag. So yeah, I don't think there's an issue with it anymore. That was 111 rounds. Went through this whole box, 100 here, then had 10 plus 1 of those plus P Underwood Extreme Defenders in it to start with. Like I said in the beginning of the video, you know, it is possible with that factory spring running hot loads that it's not meant for, and Ruger says not to run. It could be outrunning the magazine. Now, obviously a fresh mag is going to help ensure that that doesn't happen, but that may have been part of my issue, although we did definitely have an issue with the mag, and Ruger admitted that at least on my serial number they had issues with these earlier ones with the magazines. So as long as I run standard pressure, I don't think I'm going to have any issue with this new mag they sent me. And I was going to say, like, I'm probably going to upgrade the spring and post an update video and whatnot and stuff too, and I might still do that, but I'm thinking now, like, just the contrast, the comparison here today between that first mag. I was having a real hard time hanging on to that thing. Like, it was just ripping it out of my hands with those plus P's. And when I went to those Winchesters there, it was so much better. It was so much easier to hold on to. Common sense, obviously, I know, but like the difference was so drastic, like it's got me not wanting to carry plus P because I'll be able to shoot much better with those standard pressures. So I might still upgrade the spring and whatnot later, because I think you can still shoot the standard pressure even if you upgrade to the heavier spring. So I might have a video on that coming up regardless. So anyways, that'll do it, guys. Thanks for watching. Like I said, I'll put a link in the description to the previous video, that 1.5 year review video where I had those issues if you want to check that out. I'll also put a link in the description to the original review video with this guy. If you want to get yourself any of the products you see me using in any of my videos, like steel targets out there, shooting bag, earmuffs, and more, links in the description for that as well. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.